I saw this confrontation between Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall on Tom Aspinall's YouTube channel. And when I say confrontational, it was respectful, reasonably, but there was definitely a lot of edge there, especially on Jon Jones's behalf. And I have to give Tom Aspinall credit because he's doing what he needs to do. And there were a lot of people who didn't like how I was complimenting Merab Dvalishvili for confronting Sean O'Malley in a similar way after his win over Marlon Vera, because they were saying, well, Merab actually looks like a fanboy, he should just wait his turn, etc. Well, I feel fighters need to call out champions, especially when they are the clear number one contender, or in Tom Aspinall's case, an interim champion, which means just as much as Jon Jones's heavyweight championship. And I'm going to say this with less than a minute into the video. I believe Tom Aspinall beats Jon Jones. After Tom Aspinall demolished Sergey Pavlovich, that he beats Jon Jones handily. And I'm going to do videos breaking that down because I'm sure there's tons of people who disagree with me, but those are my thoughts. And there is a reason Jon Jones has been acting incredibly condescending towards Tom Aspinall. And I mean, people talk about Tom Aspinall potentially coming across as a fanboy and again being desperate or what have you. Jon Jones, as far as I'm concerned, is desperate to avoid Tom Aspinall. The diatribes he went on Twitter earlier this year in January were, for me, they were embarrassing. I mean, I've never seen a champion have to do so much convincing to the public that the guy calling them out is incredibly undeserving. I mean, again, Jon Jones's explanations, they were ridiculous. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who disagree with me, but I found them to be absurd, the kind of things he was coming out with. The extent he was going to explain that Tom Aspinall doesn't deserve a fight with him, but Stipe Miocic does. And as I explained in these short videos I did earlier this year, shortly after I got back on YouTube, that the Stipe Miocic fight is a joke. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see it. And yet Tom Aspinall is being treated like some secondary contender when, again, he beat Sergey Pavlovich, who was wreaking havoc in this division. Cyril Gane was coming off one win, and he had not proven that he was the clear-cut contender because, again, he lost to Francis Ngannou. That fight was not fun to watch, but he did lose. He did not look good. I mean, his takedown defense was terrible in that fight. Again, he had one win after that. There was nothing in that Cyril Gane fight, despite how easily Jon Jones won, that cemented he was the best heavyweight in the world. Sergey Pavlovich was arguably a more proven contender than Cyril Gane. Again, Tom Aspinall annihilated him. So really, you could make a case for Tom Aspinall clearly being the best heavyweight in the world based on accomplishments. And again, Jon Jones, his reasoning for not fighting Tom Aspinall right now is terrible, as far as I'm concerned. Great for his legacy, because again, I think Tom Aspinall beats him handily, but Jon Jones was clearly irritated by Tom Aspinall confronting him. You see the way here how he's taking Tom Aspinall's hand off his shoulder, which is just something that Tom Aspinall does. It's part of who he is. And he's, again, looking at him thinking like, oh, God, this guy again. It's pretty funny. And Jon Jones definitely looks like he's enjoying not having to make weight these days. In other words, he's looking a little bit big. Jon Jones might be questioning if he can beat Tom Aspinall. Let me know what you guys think down below about all of this. And do you agree with me that Tom Aspinall beats Jon Jones, and that is why Jon Jones is not interested in the fight? Catch you guys later. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.